Hey kids, comics! Silver-haired Bronze Age babe here today to talk about adventure comics and the Legion of Superheroes. This was one of the infamous hand-me-over comics that started my collecting and reading habit when I was a kid. You can tell that it's been well loved and well read. If you could feel this, you would think it's turned into cloth, not exactly paper. This story I really liked. It was great. I mean, that's one of the reasons I kept it with me for all these years. And then when I got back into comic collecting in a big way several years ago, this is one of the key collector books that I wanted to get a high grade copy of. And so I found one at a reasonable price, and you can see, yeah, faded, nice. I also decided that what I'd like to do is explore that run a little more, and I got a few more issues, but I have to say the Legion of Superheroes leaves me kind of flat. And I think the reason why is because there's so many of them. The entire back end of this book is devoted to some of them, just some of them, I think. And it just goes, I mean, Matter Eater Lad, really? And Kid Psycho. I mean, you know, now if they devoted a book to Kid Psycho, I'd be there in a minute. And then, oh, and Color Kid. That's kind of interesting. And then 2 pages single-spaced of what they do, how they started. I mean, really, I'm just, maybe it's my age, but that's just too overwhelming for me. Which isn't to say I don't have a few in my collection, and the reason I do is because of the Neal Adams covers. He was just doing some fantastic work, I think, back then, and these covers really present well the action, the emotion on this stuff. These are just, they're just great works of art. And even when his characters are just standing still, he's able to put in some realistic, or close to it, emotion. But the last one I want to show you, this is obviously not Neal Adams, but this has a favored spot in my collection for a couple reasons. Number one, apparently it's considered a key issue because it's the introduction of Duplicate Boy. But the reason I like it is because you have a character with a really big head, which I like to see on covers, and Gas Girl. When she changes into Gas Girl, not even Superboy's mighty strength can hold on to her. I feel that way too sometimes, particularly after a heavy meal. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.